Mike, not a lot of people know, but U of I and potatoes, they go together. Potatoes are Idaho's iconic crop, if you will. How does U of I support that industry?
Well, potatoes are famous not only in Idaho but worldwide because we have consistent high quality.
Yes.
And that really starts with high quality seed, and that is enforced by our seed potato germplasm facility that is up in Moscow.
Okay, so what is a germplasm though?
Germplasm is basically the plants that start the production cycle. So we have disease-free tested tissue culture plants in the facility in Moscow, and we keep over 300 varieties there. So a seed grower from anywhere in Idaho or the US or the world can call up and say, hey, I want plants of this specific variety, or mini tubers, which are little tiny tubers we grow in the greenhouse that are also disease-free. And that starts the seed production cycle. And then several years later, after the seed grower has it, it goes to the commercial grower to plant in the field. And that facility in Idaho is responsible for about 90% of the commercial potatoes that get planted in Idaho.
Wow.
So it's really key for us maintaining quality of these potatoes.
Absolutely. Okay, and so all this takes place up in Moscow.
That part with the seed potato germplasm, absolutely, but we have a lot of other programs across the state that support the industry in other ways. So one of them is we kind of act like the first responders to the potato industry. So when there's an unexpected pest or disease, we're often some of the first people out in that field, and the growers are saying, hey, what is this problem that I'm seeing? And so it's really important we have a facility like the one we're standing in today. It's called the Idaho Center for Plant and Soil Health. It's brand new, just opening this week, and it allows us to use those new techniques like you see on the CSI TV shows where we use molecular DNA testing.
Wow.
We can go to the field, take an unknown sample, bring it back here, extract the genetic material, and then compare it to knowns so we can say this is absolutely this disease or this pest, and then that starts the management process. We can go back to them because we have facilities across the state, and we have experts in all different fields of potato production and say, okay, now that I have this problem, what do I do to make sure there's no impact on the quality? So it really is a hand-in-hand partnership with the industry to keep the quality high.
My goodness. Okay, so this is like really in-depth potato investigation, if you will, as you're digging into the pests and the nutritional values and just so much. Is this all a part of the U of I seed potato germplasm program?
This is something that's part of the University of Idaho's potato science programs. And so seed potatoes is one part of it, the diagnostics is another, and I think another really key way that we support the industry is evaluating new technology. You know, just like in our daily lives where, you know, smart appliances, smartphones are changing everything we do, technology is changing agriculture so quickly that it's really nice to have a third-party independent group that's evaluating, you know, what technology is out there that's going to help us meet what our customers are asking for. And particularly things like reducing our carbon footprint, reducing our energy footprint, our water footprint are all critical things as we go forward. And so we've got people that are experts in those fields that are helping the industry constantly evaluate this technology and saying, you know, what of this technology is most effective at doing those things, and what's the cost-benefit ratio? I mean, we're one of the few people that can look at the economics of implementing new technology and say, okay, here's what it's going to cost, and here's the benefits back to you. So I think that's another way we really support the industry.
Wow, okay, and obviously you guys do a lot with potatoes, but what does this all mean for our viewers at home?
Well, potatoes are not only America's favorite vegetable, they're actually the fourth most important food crop across the world. So only wheat, rice, and corn are consumed more than potatoes. So it's really critical in the diets of everybody across the world. And for those of us here in Idaho, you know, it's our favorite vegetable. It's an important part of the nutrition that we take in our diets. And so having a healthy, affordable source of potatoes is something we support through these programs. And it's a huge part of our economy. If you think about all the potatoes we grow in Idaho, almost all of them are exported to other states or even other countries. And that's dollars coming back into the state of Idaho to support our economy.
Wow, so you're not only feeding Idaho, you're feeding the entire world.
Absolutely. Potatoes, you know, I've had the chance to travel worldwide, and when people ask me where I'm from, I say Idaho, they say, oh, potatoes. And it's really cool to see that name recognition across the entire world.
Yes, it is. And if people are interested to know more about this or anything else that UW is doing, what do they do?
They go to our website, which is uidaho.edu/potatoes, and there they can get information on all our research and extension programs. And if they're students, they can actually learn about some of the careers in potato science, because that's another thing we do is train that next generation of potato scientists that are coming along and that are going to help, this bright future we see going forward for potatoes.
Wonderful, thank you.
Thank you.